Here we're going to take a look to see how to draw front views of different objects. Looking here on your screen where it says information, it says to draw a front view of an object, first imagine that you are holding your paper in front of the object and looking at it as shown in figure 2 right here. If you do this, you will only be able to see the solid blue surfaces of the object. Drawing the outlines of these surfaces only exactly as they look, it's called drawing a front view. Figure 1 shows how the front view drawing of the object shown in figure 2 will appear when finished. So this is figure 1. So if we look here at figure 2, we have an object. It's two boxes laying side by side next to each other, one long ways up and down, one long ways left to right. And this girl is holding a piece of paper that has the outline of that object drawn on it. So what we're looking at is what's colored here in black. That's the panels of the object, the parts of the object we would be able to see if we were standing directly in front of it. Here in figure 1 is that drawing on a grid sheet of the front panels of that object. If we look at the object here, it has some different measurements that tell us how wide, how tall, and how deep that object is. So if we look at figure 1, we have a width of 6 inches, and on our grid sheet this object is drawn 6 cubes wide. We have a width of 3 inches at the tallest point, so this object is 3 blocks tall at its tallest point right here. And the depth right here we can't see looking at it from the front because we're only seeing the front panels. We don't know how deep the object is seen from directly in front. So when we look at these different objects, there are going to be two measurements that we really need to know: the width and the height. Now when we take a look at these different objects on the other side of your sheet, they all look a little bit different. They're very basic, and so we'll start by first shading in the panel that would be the front view. In this case, these that are black are already shaded in for us. So if there were objects that weren't shaded in, we'd want to take our pencil and shade those in so we could just see what we're supposed to be drawing. So on our sheet here, there's a few measurements that are going to be important for us, that are these measurements here. The 3 inches tall on the left side, the 6 inches tall for the whole object, 2 inches wide here for the little part right here, and 2 inches tall for the right side of the object. So those are important measurements. The depth is not important because we're just viewing the object from the front. So on our sheet, we're going to start right here with this corner that's a little darker, a little thicker, that's right here. We're going to start with that corner there. So this object is a total of 6 inches wide. So I'm going to draw my object 6 boxes wide. The right side is 2 inches tall. So I'm going to draw the object so it's 2 blocks tall on the right side. The object then goes in 2 inches, which is represented right here. So I'm going to go over 2 blocks, and because this side is 2 inches and this left side is 3 inches, there's a difference of 1 inch, so I'll go up 1 block right here. The left side is 3 inches tall, so I'll go up 3 blocks, and then I'll connect the objects together. So when you finish with problem number 9 here, that's what your object should look like. Problem number 10, we have an object here that is 6 inches totally wide. It has an area right here. This little box is 1 inch wide. We have the object being 3 blocks 3 inches tall at its tallest point. So we can start drawing this object now. So we'll start here in this bottom right corner right here. So this object is 2 blocks tall here on the right side right here, because this block is 3 inches tall. This one is only 2. There's a block or an inch difference. So I'm going to go up 2. This object is a total of 6 inches across, so I'll go across 6 blocks. The left side is 3 inches tall, so I'll go up 3 inches, 3 blocks. This area right here, this block that's taller, up and down, this block is 1 inch wide, so I'm going to draw a line that goes 1 inch across. Then it goes down 1 inch, and we'll connect it together. And since these are 2 separate objects that are side by side, we got a block here and a block here, there should be a line going up and down to show that those are 2 separate blocks, like shown here on this